Well, hello there, family. You're listening to Fired Up Freedom with Steve Ryan. Fired Up Freedom. All right. Do you ever look for certain services or products and it's just hard to find and you want to know if someone else has used that before? Well, visit my resources page, steveryan.com/resources, steveryan.com/resources. All is well with everybody. All right, we're on Clubhouse, we're on Twitter, we're on Instagram, we're on TikTok, we're on LinkedIn, we're everywhere right now. So good morning to everybody. So just to let you know, I'm holding up these phones. These people are in Clubhouse. These people are in Twitter Spaces. So if you want to come and contribute to the conversation on the audio app, just go to steveryan.com. You can click either on Twitter or Clubhouse and just raise your hand to come up or put in a request and we'll bring you on up. Now, today we're going to be talking about how do you move energy. Now, welcome everyone to the room or the space or the live stream or wherever you're seeing me at or wherever you're hearing me at. Welcome, 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 welcome. Happy Friday. Let's go. Yes. See, how do you feel when you're hearing that? When you hear that, let's go. If I was coming here like, hey y'all, it's been a rough week. I don't know. But like, okay. That's it. But energy doesn't have to be fired up that way. Energy can be a different way. So we have different topics. This is the Hello Freedom series. And we've been doing this for about 2 months now, as far as this format. And so I'll just give you a 20-second of what's coming up. So basically, I usually have some notes. I usually have these fun acronyms, and I'll talk for about 10 minutes, maybe 15, sometimes 20. Sometimes it goes a little longer. But then I open up the floor for anyone who have any kind of questions or suggestions, or maybe they want to share their insight on something that's going on. That's awesome and great too. I love the interaction. Sometimes we have people come up, sometimes we don't. When we don't, I just close it out. But Hello Freedom, the purpose of Hello Freedom, just, to give you another 10 seconds of this, is all about financial freedom, mindset freedom, emotional freedom, anything of what freedom means to you. But we like to hone in on the financial and mindset because that impacts so much of people's different areas. And so this week, we've had some wonderful conversations this week. We've talked about mindset. We've talked about different things. Now, how do you move energy? So just to get started with this topic, what is energy? Energy to me, it can be many things, but in this context, how do you get people, into what you're doing or excited about what you're doing or people to want to support you? Now, sometimes different people have different versions of energy. Some people don't consider energy unless millions of people are into what they're doing. Some people may consider energy if just 10 people is into what they're doing. In my opinion, it is all about what's your goals? What are you wanting? Some people want a big audience, some don't. Why is this important? Well, if you're an entrepreneur or you're in business, or even if you're on these social medias and you're saying, well, I want some growth, all of that is energy. So this is what I came up with. 4-letter acronym, MOVE. How perfect. MOVE, MOVE. Like moving energy. And so what I'm going to do is talk about what each of these acronyms mean, and then we'll jump into anyone who wants to contribute to the conversation. So M is for momentum, O is for openness, V is for value, and E is for energy. And I'm going to discuss each one of these things. All right, so M is for momentum. So here's the thing about momentum. What is your goal? Why are you doing what you're doing? Why do you want to move energy? Do you just want more followers? Do you just want more people into what you're doing? Like, what is your why? That's the most important thing is your why. Because when you're connected to why you're doing what you're doing, that will feed this. That will give you clarity. That will help you to see what kind of decisions do you need to make to connect to people. So another thing about momentum, do you want short-term momentum or do you want long-term momentum or do you want both? Here's the difference. Short-term is I have this project or this thing and I want people to really come and get into it and buy this or whatever else. Some people want short-term momentum. Some people want more long-term momentum. I like to see short-term momentum as marketing. And I like to personally see long-term momentum as your brand, your reputation. Like when you think of Walmart or Amazon or something like that, those are brands that have been around a while. Whereas if you see something new, it's like, oh, can I trust this? And it's almost like newer brands or newer entities almost have to prove our trust. They have to prove, so they try to create these marketing campaigns. Different marketing campaigns over time can contribute to your brand over time. Now, for those of you who are not selling anything, you're just like, I just want to grow my audience. Well, that's also marketing and branding. Guess what? Any of you in here, someone clicks on your profile, or even you all in the live, I can click on one of your profiles. Like right here, I see Zan. I'm clicking on your profile. It says, support me, love dad, mom, subscribe to my YouTube. Okay, that's when someone clicks on your profile, that's what they see. You see what I mean? So it's very important how you're presenting yourself. What information do you have on your profile? Is your profile inviting to people? Or is your profile some kind of call to action? And if it is a call to action, like take, for example, Zan right there, and not picking on you, I'm just giving an example. Like, why do someone want to subscribe to your YouTube? Why should they follow you? Like, in my opinion, like maybe your profile can give a little bit more information. Like, is it funny videos on the YouTube? Is it, what is it there? Maybe like, subscribe to my YouTube if you want to laugh. You see what I mean? Those type of things might get a deeper response if somebody know why. You know what I mean? So in other words, are you building a foundation for your momentum as well? This is why we've talked about strategies and approach and how to make routines to where you can tackle your goals without burning out. All of these conversations, they relate to each other. In those specific conversations, that relates to your momentum. Because one of the biggest things about momentum is consistency. When people see you consistently, they see you showing up, and however consistent is for you, whether it's once a week, once a day, whatever. When people see you showing up, that builds their trust, and that can help impact your momentum. Now, does that mean that everybody here, that just shows up, that you're automatically going to get energy and people following? No, it doesn't mean that. There's other factors that we're going to talk about as well. But while you're doing what you're doing, that's going to give you the passion to be strategic. That's going to give you the passion to be open to pivoting and change, as you're getting feedback from people, as you're seeing responses and reactions from people. That's going to give you the drive during those discouraging moments. You see what I mean? That's going to give you the stamina that you need to go forward. So all these things have a play. Now that's momentum. So for anyone who's joining us, we're talking about how do you move energy. And the acronym is MOVE. M is for momentum. So now we're going to talk about O for openness. All right. Are you open to feedback? Are you open to if something isn't quite working one type of way, to maybe making some changes and trying a different type of way? Are you open to those things? That's very important. This is what we talked about yesterday. Is failure really failure? And it's not. We talked about how whether you fail or succeed, as long as you're continuing to go up the steps, it's almost like you're on the first level, accomplishing your goal is on the second level. And rather you see action forward as a failure or as a win, they're each still creating steps toward that second floor. So are you willing to pivot and change if need be? Are you willing to test away and try different strategies? Are you open to seeing how people are reacting? Are you able to take positive and criticism? Are you able to take compliments as well as complaints? You see what I mean? And instead of taking it as negative or positive, take each thing as, okay, this is feedback. Maybe I need to look at this for adjusting. You know what I mean? So that's openness. V is for value. So MOVE, M for momentum, O for openness. V is for value. This is a big one. What value are you bringing to people? You see what I'm saying? This goes back to why are you doing what you're doing? This goes back to when we talked about, for those of you who may have a challenge finding your value, think about things that you're good at. You know what I mean? What is something that people say to you like, wow, you're amazing at this. You're good at this. What are some of those things? Take note of that. If anyone has ever told you that you changed or helped change their life or helped them in a certain way, it's very important to take a note of what are you doing? Because you may have a zone of genius that maybe you're aware of, maybe you're not aware of. But I'm a believer that every person has value. It's just a matter of them tapping into their zone of genius. Maybe someone it's this person in the community named Nancy Maui. And every time she goes around, she's always bringing positivity. She's always bringing like this laughter. So one of her biggest values is the ability to make people comfortable and to make people laugh. That's a huge deal because that deals with mental state of mind. So that's a great, huge deal. All right. So that's your value. How are people impacted by you? So these are some things to consider. And then E is for energy. What task are you doing that move energy? Is it video? Is it social audio? Is it your voice? Some people dance. Now, maybe there are some people who may move energy in a negative way and some in a positive way. When I say negative and positive, that's all subjective. Different people like different types of things that will move them. Are you capturing energy from people that are reacting to you and putting it back into your momentum? You know what I mean? All of this is this circle. See, MOVE, you can rinse and repeat. This type of strategy is something that you can apply really to any format, any platform. And again, why are you doing what you're doing? What is your goal? Now, if your goal is, I want millions of people, okay, that's going to be a bit of a bigger task. So it may take you doing things in a different way. Just like my goal right here today is, here's an audience here on the different platforms. But my personal goal for doing these series is primarily for getting the message out through video and audio podcasting. So how many people are here right now is irrelevant to me. Seriously, because I know a lot more people are going to see this than who's in here now. I see the Clubhouse, I see the Twitter space, I see the TikTok and the other stuff. TikTok, 369 views on the live stream so far. That's okay. So whether it was that number or smaller number or greater number, it's irrelevant because guess what? An unlimited amount of people will be able to hear and see the video and audio broadcast of this as it comes out. All right. So that's all I have, folks, for this. This one is a short and to the point one. So if anyone wants to come up and contribute to the conversation or have any kind of words to add or anything like that, great. If not, we can wrap it up. These sessions doesn't have to be hours and hours and hours. I'm fine whether it's 10 minutes or 30 minutes. But this is I'm satisfied personally. This message is, I know this is going to help a lot of people and impact a lot of people. I know that for sure. So this is awesome. So in the meantime, while we're seeing if anyone wants to come up, we do have the Freedom Community posted up. You can come into the Freedom Community, have some awesome conversations with other people in there. If you want to go to steveryan.com, just click on Community. You'll see a big button that says Community. It'll take you into our Discord community. Now, for those of you who are familiar with it, great. If you're not familiar with it, we are going to have a tutorial coming up on how to come in. It's very easy. You just verify that you're human. Come on in, have some conversations, introduce yourself. Let us know where you're from, what you're doing. Thank you so much, Allie. Hey, Allie. Thank you so much. Yes, let us know what you're doing, how you're doing. We're glad to have you. All right. Fired Up Freedom will be right back after these messages. Do you ever have moments where you feel stress, anxiety, or it's hard to sleep? Then meditation may be the perfect thing to help you. Come and join our meditation channel where there's 24 hours a day on-demand meditation music. Go to steveryan.com/meditation. That's steveryan.com/meditation. It's time to have freedom from the noise. Now, we see Uncle Drew. Here's Uncle Drew. Let's bring Uncle Drew up here. All right. Hey, Uncle Drew. Oh, it's connecting. There we go.
Hey, Steve. What's going on?
How you doing today?
All right. Hey, how you just certain words just spark and something inside of you and ring true. And I'm so envious of you because when it comes to showing up, man, I just totally appreciate what you do. It's so cool.
Oh, thank you.
Rock and roll.
Yeah, and and with the showing up, it definitely takes a certain dedication. Like I'm actually traveling right now, and so it's a little bit of a logistics thing. I'm in a different time zone right now, so so.
You're finally on your trip.
Yeah, I finally am on the trip. I'm in Canada, but I leave for London later today.
Cool. Sounds great.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I don't know if I have any big shares today, but I just wanted to say, hey, I'm having a good day. I've got a little quieter time. My wife has also, she started a new job, and so she's been working from home because she, she had some kind of tendon, tore a tendon, I guess. And so she's been camped at home, and I work from home. And now I get some quiet time, and the dogs are chewing on pig ears in the background, and I've got a list, and I'm just knocking things down.
Oh, that is so awesome. That is awesome. Well, thank you for coming up and speaking. And, I always love your insights. So whether you just say hi or whether you give some insights, your past insights have been pretty awesome. People have always given you some hearts and likes on these other platforms when you couldn't see it. So some of the conversations have been really, really, really awesome. And hopefully everything is okay with your wife and, and you continue to move forward. So this is awesome.
Yes, and I appreciate your accompaniment, and I will do my best to not be a stranger.
No problem. All right, so for
I did.
Mm-hmm. Oh, go ahead.
I just want to say I did check out. I checked out your website too, and sometime I'll talk to you because I read something and it was really cool to hear more about you.
Oh, thank you. Thanks. I appreciate that. Yeah, we're gonna be making some updates to the website as well too, because it's like we're moving so fast with things that sometimes everything doesn't get caught up, and but it's definitely awesome, and life is good when you live your passion, So
do it to it, man. Do it to it, and have safe travels.
Oh, thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Peace, brother. Peace.
Thank you. And just to let y'all know,
I'm lurking around. I'm turning off now.
Okay, no problem. Yes, Allie, I am going there. I'll be a speaker there. Allie asked if I was going to NFT London. Yeah, I'll be speaking on November the 4th, I believe, whatever Thursday is, at 11 in the morning. So I think that time is around now. So speaking of that, just to let y'all know, the next 2 weeks, what we're going to do, because I don't know if I'm going to be able to be live at this time every day because of meetings and stuff that's set up around this time. So here's what we've done. We've already got video and audio podcasts and broadcasts ready. They're ready to rock and roll. It's going to stream. It's going to stream like it's live at the hour, 23 minutes before now, whatever time this live have started and this space have started, it will stream at this time, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Here are some of the topics that's coming up. So on Monday, I'm trying to see this from across the room here. Let me let me try to see if I can get it on a phone in front of me so I don't have to keep looking away. I like to look at the camera. I like y'all to see me when I'm talking. So let me just give me one moment to bring this up on this phone, and then I won't have to keep looking away. I can see this other phone right here. You see? I can. Here we go here. So let's just bring this up. It's going to be awesome because what will happen, let me just pull this up here. Here we go. Perfect. Oh, no, wrong one. Wrong one. Oh, come on. Hurry. Sync. All right, y'all. 1 second here. Here we go. Perfect. Yes. Modified yesterday. Perfect. Okay. So here's what's coming up. On Monday, we're going to talk about how does your mindset impact your financial freedom? That was all these were great conversations. Any of you who did not hear this or was not present at the time, now would be the opportunity to come and check it out. So it will be streaming at this time, every day, Monday through Friday for the next 2 weeks. These are going to be the different topics I'm going to go over with you right now. And what will happen, you can pretty much go anywhere to see the stream. You can go on Twitter, you'll see it, YouTube or Twitch, Facebook. We are preparing some TikTok posts and stuff like that. It also will be on all podcasting platforms. So Spotify, iTunes, wherever you listen to podcasts, it will be available. It's already ready to go. It's already scheduled to come out at this time. Monday through Friday. But these are going to be the topics. These were some of the topics that we talked about during our Hello Freedom series. How does your mindset impact your financial success? So if any of you are looking for financial growth, you're looking for how are you approaching things, that's going to be a great conversation to tune into. On Tuesday, we're going to talk about how do you create income opportunities? I get asked this question almost every day, if not every day that I check my messages. Hey, are you ever going to do any topics on how to create income? Well, we've done it. We've done many topics on that. You definitely want to catch that topic. Now, just for any of you who misses it at this time, it will be available forever on demand afterwards. It's just going to air at that time, at the time we are normally live here. On Wednesday, we're going to talk about how do you make a routine that works for you? All right. This will help any of you who experience burnout, or if you experience like any of these things to where it's like, God, this isn't working for me. How do I be effective? Then the next day, we're going to have it airing. What is freedom to you? That was a great conversation. I know Drew was in on one of these conversations. Then the following week, we're going to talk about how do you create opportunities in your industry. That was an awesome conversation too. I remember it. Another one after that is how do you know when and how to set boundaries? And then another one is going to be how does your self-language impact your mindset? That will be a beautiful one too. Another one is how do you handle other people's energy? And then another one is how do you market without burning out? Let me repeat again. How do you market yourself without burning out? These were some awesome, great conversations. We're also going to be releasing some blogs on them. I don't know if the blogs will be out next week, but they're actively being worked on by the team right now. This is very, very amazing. I'm so just grateful for all of you who are supportive. Whether you show up now or whether you show up at a later time or whether you're supporting this, I know sometimes we have a lot of supporters who may not be seen right here, but they're still supporting. I see you. Thank you so much. I see your comments. I see your posts. I see a lot of you have been sharing what we've been doing. I really, 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 really appreciate you. And right now, I want to send some special thank yous out because I'm not by myself. You might hear me come here and talk, but we have a wonderful, wonderful team on Freedom. I have to thank BB, for example. BB is awesome. BB is our full-time graphic artist. She's full-time with us. And we're all of their family to me. They're a team. I'm looking forward to meeting them in person. Those who I haven't met in person, I'm looking forward to that. But BB is wonderful because she takes care of a lot of our graphics on a lot of different platforms. She's now has been helping with the videos that you see on TikTok and all the different social medias. I mean, she's really awesome. Like, anytime something is needed, she's just there. And she's so wonderful. She also has opened up or in the middle of opening up her own tattoo business. So not only is she a part of Team Freedom, but she's also her own entrepreneur as well too. She's also an artist in her own right, a one-of-one artist, just an amazing person. Very positive light. I also want to give a shout out to Cha-Cha. Now, you never see her come in. It's been months before she comes into spaces, but she still helps behind the scenes. She's with us as well. She does a lot of stuff behind the scenes. A lot of the technical stuff, like now she's helping to edit with videos and podcasting and, any of this administrative stuff behind the scenes. She's also helping with social media management along with BB. So a lot of stuff that you're seeing posted and things, they're all helping with this. I also want to thank Dharma. Dharma, he's on board with us now. And Dharma has been a moderator in the Discord, but now he's helping with the blogs. You know how I said we're going to be having blog content come out? So what he's doing is each episode of what we're doing, he's going to be creating blogs on them. And also different testimonials and shares that people give. He's helping pull those out. We're going to be releasing some different videos on those, and it's just going to be amazing. He's also helping with descriptions and summaries and contents. Writing can be a full-time thing. Let me tell you, writing can be very involved. We also have Adam. A lot of you haven't seen him around, in here, but he's a very active member of Team Freedom behind the scenes. He does a lot of what he's doing now is recording a lot of different videos, and he does a lot of research for us. So I just want to give him a shout out in spirit. There's a lot of other people in the community that are also a piece of it. So even if they're not on the team that's receiving salaries, they're still helping. And we like AJ stands out. AJ, every time I see a post somewhere, AJ is always commenting, always sharing. Annie, I want to give a special shout out to Annie. I saw your message where you were trying to get everyone riled up and say, hey, let's go out and support these posts on these different platforms. I see you. Thank you so much. Raptor Rooster's always, regardless of what he's going through a lot of hard times right now, but he still shows up. He shows up in the Discord. He talks to people. He shows up here and contribute to the conversation. Utu, Utu is always in the coaching session. Raining Inside is coming up. Want to give a special shout out. Nancy over on Clubhouse. She's always showing it up on Clubhouse. So whether it's 1 people in there or 30 people in there, I really appreciate you. There's so many people that I can give so many shout outs to. You know what I mean? So in other words, it takes a wonderful community to really make magic happen. And to me, this is magical because we're helping to change people's lives. This information is beautiful. And this is why I've always said to you, again, my way of moving energy here is about perpetual, long term. When you see these videos come out and you see this be on audio, on Spotify and all this other stuff, we can share that with people forever. Forever. It's not limited to just a live space. And you were here in this moment. You all were here in this historical moments every time these conversations happen. So as you see these conversations in the future, you might see a conversation like, wow, 10,000 people have heard this one or seen this one. You're going to be able to say, I was there. I was there in that conversation. I saw him in that conversation. I came up and contributed in that conversation. What we're building here is long term. That's what this freedom movement is about. This isn't about, let's get 100 people in the space or let's get 1,000 people on it. I've been saying over and over and over The numbers of who shows up right now doesn't matter to me. I appreciate people who show up, don't get me wrong. But the reason why the numbers doesn't matter is because I know what's going to happen to this content after today. I know how we're going to push it. I know how it's going to reach a lot more people than what's here. Sometimes we have great turnouts. Sometimes I've seen 1,100 people on the TikTok. Sometimes it's just 300. Sometimes it's just 100. Same thing on Twitter Spaces. Sometimes it might just be 8 people in there. Sometimes 100. Sometimes more. Same thing on Clubhouse. Sometimes 1, 2, 3 in there. Sometimes 30. I mean, it just ranges. So the point that I'm making, and the reason I'm sharing this, is you have to think about what you're doing and why you're doing it. If you're doing something, some people do these things for numbers in the moment. And if you're doing that, then you're going to approach it differently than how I would approach it. It's going to be all about, I'll tell you how to get bigger numbers in the moment. You have to reach out to people. You have to, I know it works. I've done it. Like if I want this Twitter, let's say the Twitter space, for example, to be more, I would go through and reach out to a whole bunch of people and get a lot more people in here. But I haven't had time to do that because that wasn't my primary focus and goal. My primary focus was, one, getting the content out. That's why I focus on the notes first. And then the second priority is, if there's anybody who wants to contribute, they come up, maybe they might talk about something that I didn't discuss, or they may bring a certain insight to it, but it's that energy of it. And then the third purpose after all this is done is getting this information out. And starting Monday, you're going to see the beginning of the Hello Freedom starting to get out. I'm so grateful and grateful for it. It's wonderful. I see BB here. She's seen the notes behind the scenes. She's seen how detailed we're working on stuff behind the scenes. She's seen it. Like, if you saw it, it's like, God, Stephen has typed paragraphs of all this stuff. Like, it's because it's as I'm sharing, as the team is helping more and more, they get to see just how much stuff I've personally done behind the scenes. So all this stuff that the team is helping with, these are things that I've had to do on my own for some time for things. But as things grew and more people came on the team, we're able to share and scale up. It's beautiful. All right, y'all. Well, you have a wonderful day. So again, I don't know how, I know I'm going to go live on TikTok for sure. I will be going live on TikTok while I'm traveling. But as far as the structured space like this, over the next 2 weeks, I'm not quite sure if I'm going to come on. But again, just to reiterate for those who just came in, we will have every day at this time a live video stream, a pre-recorded live video stream of what we've already done before. And those were the topics that came up. We'll be putting out something to say what topics are coming up. So for those of you who didn't catch those conversations, it's going to be awesome. You'll be able to replay, repeat. It's a lot of good information. All right. Love y'all very much. For any of you who is in the London area, France, Spain, or Italy, definitely send a message out. I know I already have a lot of people that I'm going to be personally meeting. I would love to still meet as many of you as possible. So, so if you're in any of those places, just send a message anyway, and we'll see what happens. Maybe we might do like some kind of spontaneous coffee shop meeting where maybe if a lot of you are in the same area, we can have like a meeting in a coffee shop or so. I don't know. We'll play it by ear. I just want to get there first and get situated, and then we'll deal with everything else. But thank y'all so much for showing up. I will schedule the the crypto drop. All right. Thank y'all so much. You have a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful day. I'll see you probably in 2 weeks, if not sooner. But again, if you want to see me live and catch me live while I'm traveling, TikTok is going to be the place. So if you're not following me already on TikTok, I encourage you to go to my website, steveryan.com, go on and follow me on TikTok. That's going to be my primary place that I go live on while I'm over in Europe. All right. So I'll see y'all next time. See y'all later. Have an awesome, awesome, awesome day. Remember, you got this. You got this. All these things we're talking about, they're just layers. You got this. Seriously, you got this. What does you got this mean? That means if you're having a discouraging day and wondering if something is going to work, you got this. If you have a goal that you're working on and it's like, am I ever going to get there? It's never working. No, you got this. You got it. Seriously. All right. Y'all have a wonderful, wonderful day. Y'all take care.
Running from myself at times I can't describe the words I try.